Internet is on fire, oh my people. Maybe you guys have seen it. You guys have seen how the whole thing is going now, right? I don't know why some of you will just choose to come out and say, they are doing this because they never love Sophia. They never love who? Were they on agreement that okay, if she had a child with them, they are going to marry her? Is there anywhere they like wrote an agreement about that? Because I don't understand. Like guys, if you see the kind of comments her fans are dropping, as if Davido and his family have done something bad, to take care of Imade for almost 11 years before the whole thing now became like this. It's not anyone's fault. Had it been, for instance, Imade is their daughter, by now she'll still be okay with like every other person. You understand? She'll still be fine. And even though she's fine, but the whole thing is that her mother's fans, they don't like it because they feels that the video and his family has kind of washed off their hand in anything that has to do with her. So they don't like it. Why didn't they tell her to do the right thing? Me, I've said it that had it been she walked to Davido to herself to go tell him that okay, see, these are the mistake I made in the past, so this thing I gave you is not correct, or had it been, for instance, she actually go there to explain herself, or maybe let's say she went there to maybe apologize, it will be better, so that it will be like she's actually the one that surrendered herself with her hand without anybody, catching her based on what has happened. But you guys know that all of these things are not like that. If not that these people actually use their hand to like find out the whole thing that is happening, she wouldn't have uttered a word. She's hiding it. So now, even if she go there now to go say anything, nobody is going to give her listening ears. You guys already know. So now, it's based on what Sonia's fans are saying about this whole DNA thing. They still maintain their stand that all these things we are saying, we are just wasting our time. That Davido father have come out to announce that Imade is Davido's first daughter. That anything we are saying, we should just be wasting our time. That as long as they are concerned, Imade is Davido's first daughter. Well, we're not here to maybe argue with them. We are saying based on what we are seeing. That is why if you look so well, even Sophia herself, at this point, I've said it in my video that she's tired of all these things that is happening. You understand? Anyway, my people, before we continue, hello, my wonderful people. Welcome to Valley TV, the number one gist home of raw naked truth about our celebrities, their lifestyles. Subscribe to join the amazing community for more premium gist like this. And to all my returning subscribers, you are the best. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate. So, for those of you who are saying the video did this, his father did that, yes, no one is arguing about that. You understand? I also watched the video where he talked about this DNA something, because you guys know the video's father. Whenever something started going viral like this, he always makes sure he comes out and maybe try to clear the air to make the atmosphere cool down, because he will not want them to continue, and he knows that the only things that they need that will actually kind of calm them down and make it not to go more viral, sorry, is by like coming out to come address the issues. If you guys remember during Ano's own, you guys saw how he did it. The whole thing was just going viral. People were so emotional. Some people were begging the video, go and carry your child now. The video, why is it like this? And the video, actually then he came out, he made it clear to the world that, see you, I've gone to so and so place. I've gone to like about five different hospitals to run this very particular DNA test, and all the results came out that this so-called Ano is not his child. The video explained, and the video say no, he cannot just keep quiet. The doctors cannot lie to him. He has a proof. Even he just had to go because of the way the lady is accusing him, because the video said he don't even know the lady in question. And there's no way you tell me that a man, kind of meet a woman, for instance, without him knowing her, maybe after many years, he will still recognize her now. But the video said he don't know this person in question. He has never come across her, talk more of, having anything to do with her. The whole thing is just complicated. You understand, as of then. So his father decided to kind of settle everything and make people understand and also know what is happening, so that they will not come out and maybe start judging them that they did not do well. How do they have to deny this pretty girl? How do they do this? That was when the video's father, number one, came out with the result. He read it out saying that, okay, this was the result they carried out, in the hospital about the DNA. It came out negative, and that of Imade, the one Sophia and the uncle gave them, you understand, it also, that one came out positive, you understand. That was what he said in that very one. It was later that we found out that these people had to go do their own DNA test based on Sophia's attitude, because I've told you guys that if indeed Sophia claims that Davido is Imade's father, you see all this dragging she has been dragging Davido for more than 1 year. Trust me, she will not do it, because she will just try to kind of cover up for her daughter, cover up his father's sins, so that people will not use it and judge her. But because she knows she have nothing to lose when it comes to Davido angle, she knows her child is not for Davido, and that is why she had to drag him no matter what it will cost. Let that happen. She doesn't even mind bringing the house down just because she wants to show proof to the people and all of that. You understand? So because of her character is actually what made people to start saying that no, 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 you cannot tell me that this very particular person in question, that they are dragging like this, is your child father. You understand? People started saying no, it cannot happen. No matter how much she feels she dislike him, she's not going to go to that extent of coming to drag him on social media. All of these things is because of money. I've told you guys that, yes, you all know Sophia is not happy that Davido is with Shoma, and I've told you guys that this is not the dream she had for herself. She have wished by now she would have been in a far place, like she would have been Davido's right hand and all of that. But because life happens, that is the only thing I can say. But because Sophia don't want to accept no as an answer, she don't want to like believe that it did not happen the way she planned it. She don't want to accept the fact that Davido is for another person and not hers. You understand? She have always dreamed big when it comes to being around Davido and all of that. But all that dream, you want to tell her that none of those things will happen. That is why she feels since he will not marry her, let her do one funny something like this. So because of her fans, they have been saying it that Imade is Davido's child. They cannot believe what we are saying. We are not arguing based on that aspect. What we are arguing on is the fact that Sophia is dragging Davido. That is where people say no, they have never seen such a thing happen. They are just seeing it from Sophia alone. And some were like in the comment section, yes, so let's just say it's change, because change is the only thing that is constant in life. That it happened. Anyway, Shama people, you guys have seen it. So far, so good. What do you all have to say? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also share. Bye.